Jackson Henehan, the first year from Marshfield, Mass, gets the first crack of the draw for Harvard. He will be up against Marquette's Adam Slager, redshirt sophomore. Slager scoops it away, and Marquette able to control off the jump. That was one of the big telling things coming out of the season.
Darren Cortez, and to have Andrew Perry back, along with Jack Spidell, the sophomore. Those are four big personalities and four really talented young men that I think have had a really big impact so far this season.
Jordan, the winger, able to control the faceoff. He got whacked to the ground, but was able to roll it away to Muller. Harvard on the move again. They're going to fire early, and Laws comes up.
It seems maybe that's the key, being as fundamental as you can be, changing planes high to low when you shoot.
And for Ip, it's his fourth goal of the year. Malone picks up his fourth assist of the season. Clean faceoff win this time from Slager. He'll access to a lot of those top-notch prep schools in the New England area, and you know, this has always been fertile recruiting ground for lacrosse teams in the Northeast as well, all through the New England states.
I think that's exactly it. There's so many.
He has been the leader pretty much since he walked in the door among the Harvard midfielders. Tough bounce here for Henehan, as it looked like he had the face-off one clean, and then it bounced off the official's leg and came right back. Face-off win this time for Henehan. He got it away from the official. Henehan wants to take it all the way in, and he will score! First career goal for Jackson Henehan. The much-maligned face-off crew gets one on the board for Harvard.
That's massive. For the confidence, you can see the reaction of Henehan himself, but also his teammates on the sideline. Strong right-handed move. Great goal, just what Harvard and just what the Harvard face-off game needed.
And it's going to lead to a timeout from Jake Richard on the Marquette side. This is one area where, if you're looking at Harvard, so much has gone right in the early part of the season for Jerry Burns' team, but they are second to last in the nation in face-off percentage at just below 30%. A couple young guys getting it done this year for Harvard. Henehan and Owen Umansky, a sophomore, have split duties, taking the majority of the face-offs. So when you get an opportunity to sort of string a couple together, or even in Henehan's case a moment ago, get a win and a straight shot for a goal, what does that do for your confidence?
I think this is incredible. The Harvard face-off game has kind of been a piece that they've struggled with for a little bit. But to be able to beat Syracuse, to have these wins, to build this program, develop this talent, and still find out a way to win, to your point, with having not a ton of success, as far as I'm concerned, the top of the mountain is just coming into view for them. It can only go up with the
staff. Not going to be Henehan on this draw, though. So he gets a little breather. That is Trevor Sardis, another first year out of New Jersey. So opportunity for Sardis. Face-off controlled by Marquette. Good pressure by King. Nichols struggling to get a hold of it, and he won't. Harvard able to...
was invaluable.
Missed all of last year with the injury. He was all Ivy League honorable mention 2 years ago as a sophomore. Face-off fought for. Henehan trying to box out Slager, gets taken down, and Slager comes up with a ground ball.
This past week, Andrew Perry's brother is the goalie at RPI. He scored 2 goals in one game this week against Cortland as RPI beat Cortland. 3-goal game, a 2-goal game, you never know.
Rappis coming out with a big senior season. He's been mostly a depth guy in attack over the course of his career, but it's been a breakout year for him.
Those are next level programs. We're just talking about Cornell, who beat Denver 15-5 last weekend.
And Providence was getting a little bit of early buzz. The loss in the season opener for Harvard might have taken some of the shine off of the Friars, but that's still able to sort of keep him out of the mix in that first quarter. All of a sudden, start of the second, he sets up a goal, gets 2 of his own. How does a player like that just all of a sudden assert himself in a game?
I think the confidence that Sam King has from all the work he's put in, from his tremendous campaign last, have to guess, maybe a little bit for the first time, but those were 2 shots in the exact same spot.
Slager can't win the face-off. Sean Jordan got in with the shoulder, and they're going to call him for the early push. So Marquette again stringing together back-to-back face-off wins, stringing together possessions. Now trying to won a gold medal with Team USA in 2023. Still plays professionally in the Premier Lacrosse League for the Philadelphia Water Dogs. He was a former MLL draft pick by New York as well. Face-off won this time by Henehan. He's had the best success for Harvard today. King a little trouble on the catch. And Spidell will help him out with the assist on the O'Grady goal, his second of the day. Face-off win for Henehan for Harvard. Quick dish to King, spins his way out of trouble and scores! Oh, that's unreal!
Wow, that's an unbelievable individual performance by Sam King. You can see Henehan wins it clean. He gets out, pushes it to King early. Great roll to get to that strong hand. Another stretch shot, high to high. Great job by the Baltimore product.
That's a spin move in a phone booth for Sam King.
That was great. That just shows the confidence of these Harvard shooters. They're hitting the goal. They're not missing the cage very often. It's either saves or goals, and you can see they're getting hot right now.
Second quarter hat trick for King. All 4 of his points have come in this frame. We still got, after being held off the board in the first. Imp with a hat trick now. Slager lost control of it. O'Grady in front, bounced it just wide. Rappis holds on, try to feed it back to the top, and that will do it for the first half. As Harvard's man-up unit once again shows their strength, one of the best in the country, puts an exclamation point on a huge first half. Crimson in front of Marquette.
Over some things. I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments scheme-wise, but personnel-wise, they're going to stay where they are. Just hope to, as you see Henehan, win a few more face-offs.
You know, he wins it, but is unable to get it away to King. Some trouble on the pass. Marquette had it momentarily, and now a push in the scrum, so the possession will go the way of the Golden Eagles.
For Marquette.
First of the day for Matt Caputo, the junior from Westbury, New York, an Ohio State transfer. 2 years with the Buckeyes, 32 points. Face-off win here in transition. Quick shot wide, and Brandt comes up for the Crimson for the past several seasons.
Him and Andrew O'Barry, who this year I believe is at North Carolina, were really, they played very well together in the past few years here.
Sean Jordan comes up with the ground ball off the face-off for Harvard. And Harvard extends the lead to 6, 13-7. Lamarca in a little bit of trouble, got around his man. He's got a free lane to goal, passes it up, and Rappis was hit on the shot. That's an easy save for Stevens. And then Stevens got bumped. It's been decided by at least 8 goals.
It's really remarkable, but let's be honest, we talked about at the start of the program, when you're building a program out of nothing with no history in a non-traditional area, you have to give yourself some time. And they've proven success when they started the program with Coach Amplo.
O'Grady, who now has a 3-point day. We were on milestone watch for Sam King. Same goes for Bobby O'Grady. He's now 5 points away from becoming the all-time leading point scorer in Marquette history. He's already the program's leader in goals. Past Ryan McNamara for that mark. And he is on the verge of catching Matthew. He wanted to get an opportunity to come up big in front of family and friends today. One of a couple of New England prospects on this Marquette team, and again they control off the face-off. They've cut it back to a 4-goal game with 2:57 to play in the third. Still plenty of time left, especially if Marquette keeps winning face-offs. Henehan able to scoop it back. Trying to create the space, he gives it away. Tried to give up the ball too quickly there, and even despite the face-off win.
That was just such high IQ. Out of the scramble, just put the ball on cage. Don't waste your time moving it, passing it, just shoot it.
Minute 19 to go in the third. Marquette as close as they've been since an 8-1 Harvard lead to start. Golden Eagles get possession. The 11th player to score 100 goals in Harvard history back in the first half. He's now at 103. He's tacked on a couple of assists as well. He's 3 points away from 200 for his career.
Number 7, Sam King. Assisted by number 49, John Around.
That would put him top to score 100 goals in Harvard history back in the first half. He's now at 103. He's tacked on a couple of assists as well. He's 3 points away from 200 for his career.
Number 7, Sam King. Assisted by number 49, John Around.
That would put him top inside Lacrosse. Again, it's a 3-goal game. This has really been sort of the breaking point where Harvard has always found a way to answer. Oh, nice scoop on the run by Dirth there after Umansky got the faceoff win. King to Spidell, 6th place all time in points. Said coming into the day, there was a good chance King was going to get his 100th career goal. He was sitting on 99, and he had scored in every game of his college career. He was also 9 points away from 200. Thought that might be a far cry, but now he's sitting on 8 with 10:40 to go. Maybe not such a... He's the lead back to 6. 18 to 12. Oh, a little slip and a stumble there. Ball was lost by Ty Ambush. Fight for it continues. Harvard's going to come out of the scrum with
their identities offensively and defensively and their personnel as well.
Meanwhile, for Marquette, they will get back at it in a midweek matchup Tuesday at home against Bellarmine. Well, they've had some good success on their home field this year, winning both of their first 2 contests, and I'm sure they'll be hoping for some of this spring-like feel as well. In early result, that's a hat trick for Rappis. 4-point day for him.
They've had some players really get off the plane and travel. They've done a very good job, I think, today, Marquette, as far as showing they can play on the East Coast and play in the Ivy League.
Face-off numbers early in the year, 12 is the fewest they've scored in a game, and that was their opener against Providence. They have had at least 12 goals in every game, and 19 now is the most they've... That's it. Now they need a face-off win. Again, it's going to be Ambush. So maybe a gut feeling from the coaching staff here and going with a different face-off guy, and Ambush rewards him with a win. Played back. Perry, though, read it and forced the turnover for sure. He did throughout the game today. Final 30 seconds as Marquette's going to get another face-off win. Ambush will bounce one in. That's a goal for him, first of his career.
Wow, that was a great goal and a great shot. High to low with the bouncer. Skips right up under the bar for the big first-year goalkeeper. But we've been saying, you have in particular been saying this young man's name for the last 25 minutes in real time, and he has done a great job in this 4th quarter. And face-offs and offensive identity will allow Marquette to be successful this year as their season continues.
And he's the new man. You know, it had really been a 2-man face-off crew for Marquette between Slager and Chandler Caster, but Ambush has gotten an opportunity here in the 4th, and he's been able to win consecutive draws. Another opportunity here for Marquette to just try to make the score look a little closer. Pass across. Looked like Stevens was the one who ended up breaking it up. Muller comes up with the ground ball. Nelson a little bobble. And the horn will sound as one final scuffle between players.